Stop in a bit.
Damn, right off the bat.
Terrifying. Right off the bat. We interrupt this State of the Union address with some breaking news. It's the State of the Lemon. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Evening Juice with LemonCityLive on a Tuesday. State of the Lemon address here. A lot of things going on that need our talking about. Very important stuff. So we're here to give you all the hard-hitting facts and opinions here on season 8, episodio número 9. For those of you that don't habla español, that's season 8, episode 9. And welcome, ladies and germs. And if you're listening on the podcast, make sure to hit the like and subscribe and share. And if you're watching on Facebook or if you're watching on YouTube, big shout out to the 5 Reasons Sports page. Give them a follow, but give us a follow first. And all right, man, that's it. It's the State of the Lemon. Gus, I am the VP of Citrus, Achilles Doom and Gloom, Carminati. You're just, I thought I was setting you up there for the presidential role here to lead the address, but what do you got for all the fans out there, bro?
Me or Achilles?
You, bro. Yeah.
Oh.
I went
just
VP.
gonna put you on the spot to come up with an entire speech because
dude.
Yeah, that's what he does.
Hey, he said State of the Lemon. That was good. I thought he had something. All right.
I don't really have much, but we got a new Inter Miami writer. Check him out.
Yes.
Xavier Guerrero. He's really good. Check out his first article. It's online right now. Our Orlando crew is going strong. I'm covering Orlando City. That recap will be up later today, and our photographer Ana Lara Cruz did her thing. Yep. Check that out on our Instagram page. What's up?
So much college baseball since real baseball is dead.
Oh man,
so much college baseball coverage.
Yeah, bro. Gabe Garcia, man, he's doing his thing.
It feels nice.
Canes and FIU.
Yeah, it feels nice to see like stuff coming up again. Like it's like, whoa, there's things to do now. Hey, Miami
football's finally over.
Yeah, dude. Miami FC has a jersey unveiling Friday, I believe.
Oh,
I want to do that. That looks fun.
They got a new supporters group too.
Yeah. We'll talk about
guys.
that.
Are we in it?
They stole our idea
again, bro.
Bastards.
Another victim here. We're always the victim.
A bunch of bearded, tattooed guys. Like,
yeah, bro.
I feel like we should be honorary members, right?
I started that. Anyway, big shout out to those guys. And but no, let's get to it, man. Hey, we got to do who's got the juice and our biggest phony of the weekend. Who wants to go first?
Well, we can get everyone's phony out of the way, and it's just baseball in general. Just the biggest phony of all the phonies. Not baseball, because there's nothing wrong with the game of baseball. MLB. Yeah. I want to revise that.
All right.
MLB, the biggest phonies on the planet. Just top to bottom. The biggest news story before the the news today was Derek Jeter's leaving the Marlins. The biggest non-story in history, but that's the biggest story they can muster. And now they're fucking up their own season that no one was going to care about anyway.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. So Achilles is starting it off there with our phony there, Major League Baseball. I'll go next. Mine was Jeter. I'm still sticking with Jeter.
It started at that would have been it, but then after what happened today, it's just MLB in general.
Yeah, and it's honestly after today, it's Rob Manfred. That guy going out there smiling like, we're gonna cancel two series, man. What are we gonna do? No baseball. Rich people couldn't agree. Fuck that guy, bro. That guy's a tool. Anyway, but no, mine's going to Derek Jeter for just doing the fan base here dirty. I was gonna look back. I know I said this was gonna happen.
No, bullshit.
I said no. Bullshit. I did.
No, you were like, oh my God, Jeter's here! Oh, hooray!
I don't recall me ever sounding or saying that. I've been saying it for a while that we were gonna get hoodwinked with baseball. That
shit.
When we traded all the players.
Take.
Yeah.
No,
100%.
I've been saying I'm gonna look it up, dude. I remember very vividly coming out here and bashing Jeter and saying
definitely worse coming out here. You definitely worse coming out here.
No, maybe after the fact, but when the move was made, you were creaming your pants.
When the move was made in 2017, yeah, I thought that was a good move.
From day one, I told you he was all
right, fine. You want to be that guy? You called it from day one. All right. I didn't call it from day one. I gave him a benefit of the doubt. But then I said along the way that I was like, yo, this is we're getting ready to be hoodwinked and we're getting ready to be duped. But yeah, I just honestly I was not expecting it to happen when it happened. And we'll talk more about it. We'll get into it, but that's my phony there. Gus, what do you got besides stuff in your face there? What are you eating, bro?
Oh, bagels.
Oh, solid. All right.
Happy Fat Tuesday, bro.
Oh, okay. That's a thing, huh? All right.
Bagels and Guinness. What a combo at night.
Oh, damn, Gus. Hard times over there, huh?
I got a new computer. I've been setting it up for like a few hours already.
Oh, yeah?
I just ignored my hunger.
New laptop? Nice.
Yeah, I got a new laptop. MacBook Pro.
Oh, what up? Look, this little badass goes up to Orlando, gets new gear, new life. Look at it. All right, good shit. Good for you, bro. Man. All right, so Gus has the juice. Who's your phoney?
No, wait, we're doing phonies or juice?
Yeah, we're doing phonies.
Right?
We just did phonies. You gotta hit us up with yours.
Oh man, I had it on the tip of my tongue. I forgot who my phony is. Can I just go with my juice and tell you my phony later?
Okay, go for it.
Because I'm just excited about my juice. My juice goes to Barcelona, bro.
Okay.
They are
not surprised
on
that you
would right now, my friend.
In the garbage ass La Liga. Congratulations.
Okay, Edwin. Listen, the last four.
He said that, not me. What are you saying,
yes,
Edwin?
I know.
Said it.
Yeah, but he said it like that's something that you would say.
That's something everybody says because it's a fact. All right.
You see, there you go. Thank you for proving me right. Anyways, last 3 games.
Yeah.
All right. 4-0 against Atletico Bilbao. 4-2 against the Serie A leading Napoli. Okay. And 4-1 against Achilles' Valencia. That's why he's so upset.
Wow. Okay. So
I'm not expecting anything.
Hold on. Exactly. So wait a minute. He's bragging about a team that's in Europa League right now, beating a team from Italy that's, overachieving, and then beating an always underachieving Achilles' favorite team. That's your juice, man. Bad week for sports.
Hey, you know what? Those are a bunch of that's a under 19 squad that's doing that. Man, all right.
I like that the bar was set so low from their previous play.
None of these kids have high school diplomas. Okay. That's how young that Barcelona squad is. So the fact that they're doing what they're doing right now is amazing.
Hey, good for them. Good for them. Good for them. I just think it's funny that you guys were playing so bad that it took a couple of victories to just be like, oh, we're back, baby.
We're back, baby.
Yeah.
Hey, Xavi has turned it around. Okay.
All right, sure. I'll give them that. I guess I like their uniforms. I'll say that much.
Hashtag 180.
Okay. I like that hashtag though. That's a good one. Achilles, what do you got for juice?
I'm gonna go with the Polish men's national team for being the first people to step up and say we're not gonna fucking play Russia, bro, and forced everyone else's hand in the group, and then forced stupid piece of shit FIFA's hand.
Solid.
So shout out to them. That was awesome. When I saw that on Twitter, they were like, "Yeah, no, we're not doing this. And if we get kicked out of the tournament, so be." They literally put their World Cup and everything on the line to be like, "Hell no, dude, fuck that."
I like that.
Oh, I
definitely like that.
And making everyone else move their feet.
Solid. Gus, you remembered your phony?
I do. It's Pete Garcia, okay?
What'd he do now? He's still around?
No. So a video came out of Scott Carr recently. After FIU swimming diving team just freaking mollywopped everybody and got a bunch of medals. He went out and he jumped from the highest platform into the pool. Nice. You would never see Pete Garcia even at the event.
Yeah, whoever saw him, period, anywhere.
Exactly.
Nice. Okay. Solid phony.
Garcia,
good.
All-time phony.
And then Scott Carr proxy juice.
Yes. Yeah, that's a little juice adjacent there. That's good. Well, he's the flavor of the juice. I like it. I like it. All right. My juice is going to a guy who probably had maybe the juiciest day of all time, or at least in recent memory. I mean, his juice was so out there. How do you have one game, and in one game you maybe produce the number 1 and 2 top plays of the season? And I'm talking about John Morant last night.
Woo!
Did you see dude, both plays are easily top 3, of the season, maybe of the last 5 or 10 years. You know what I mean? I've never seen anybody do a full court toss in, catch it at the baseline across, jump up in the air, catch it, and then just release it without coming to the ground and nail the bucket. The only thing that would have made it better if it was like fourth quarter. I mean, it was the end of the first half, but still, that's the kind of play that everybody does at an outdoor court, in a pickup game, but no one ever makes. You know what I'm saying?
Ever.
Like that was so ridiculous. And then on top of that, hey, I'm gonna posterize some guys so nasty, and it always looks dirtier when the shorter guys do it because he's a little bit shorter, so it looks extra vicious. And then just when you thought, he just couldn't have any more juice to give, he drops 50. Like he just types off the game with, was it 52 points last night? 52 points? 52, unbelievable. That's got to be an all-time top 5 juice day right there for anybody in the history of who's got the juice. I dare anybody to come up with a game like that for juice. You know what I'm saying? That was just insane. That was Mike Vick against remember that Eagles game where Mike Vick threw like 5 touchdowns in the first half and it's considered like the greatest fantasy football game of all time? That was what this guy did yesterday. It's just some ridiculous stuff like that. But
the league is in good hands.
Yeah.
The young players are good, bro.
I'm gonna have to agree. And what's crazy is that for some reason John Morant has been getting like ESPN's version of the juice for like the past 2 seasons for almost things. So now he's like, all right, fuck you guys, I'm gonna finish, and he did it.
But that's how exciting of a player he is, that even almost doing something is awe-inspiring.
Yeah. I gotta give it up to him, man. And hey, as a guy who was very adamant about drafting Zion first, I gotta eat it, bro. Mm-hmm. Like right now, granted, Zion can start playing. I mean, the last time he played, he was averaging 27. You know what I mean? We don't know what this injury is or what kind of shape he's going to come back in or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But there's still the ceiling is still there that he can come back and, make good on that number 1 pick. But right now, dude, John Morant just making me feel pretty stupid because he's been there every day doing that. You know what I mean?
It's not anyone's fault. He played at Murray State. It's not like he's on anybody's radar.
Yeah.
I got to see him because Auburn and Murray State played the first game of the season, the 1 year he was in college, and he almost single-handedly took out a Final Four team.
Oh, snap. Okay. Yeah. I didn't know that. Nice.
Yeah.
Also, I don't know if you've seen Zion's been getting a lot of grief lately for being a bad teammate.
Well, yeah, they're saying he wants out of New Orleans. He never called CJ McCollum and said, "Hey, welcome to the team." Mm-hmm. He's been very weird. I don't know, man. I don't like the way he's handling that. I don't like the way he's going about that. Just very, very strange. Very strange.
I don't like the passive aggressive. Like, if you don't want to be somewhere, just say it. It's not his fault. It's not his fault he got drafted to a shit team in a town he didn't want to be in. If you don't want to be there, be a man and say, I don't want to be there. Pull a move like
who Manning want to be in New Orleans tonight? It's Fat Tuesday, bro. It's Mardi Gras.
No, there's just one fat guy over there. That's it. Listen, I think when it comes to like who can pass, this whole passive aggressive thing, I think that you got to give it up for Eli Manning. He's the only one that I recall him and John Elway.
No, dude, didn't Brett? Oh yeah, John Elway. Sorry,
John Elway and John Elway were the only guys that said nah.
Bo Jackson did it. Like, have confidence in yourself.
It's been a while. Yeah, we haven't had one of those. Like, I'm not doing that. Dude. Yeah,
and it's the same. Ben Simmons and James Harden and all these guys. Like, just be like I always say. Le'Veon Bell to me did it right. He bet on himself. He said, "Fuck all of you. I deserve more money, and I'm just not going to play till someone gives it to me."
Yeah,
someone gave it to him, and he's been terrible since. But at least he put something on the line. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Man of his word there. Man of his word. Good for him. Solid. All right, so we got good. We'll do a little more Heat talk and basketball talk. I gotta ask you guys about a certain somebody that I'm a fan of. Colin Cowherd did a segment talking about the Heat. I want to talk about But first, the big news. As an employee of MLB who has an official MLB email, okay, I have to be careful what I say.
Tough times.
Hard times, baby. Hard times. I get hired and all of a sudden there's no work, So this is a bad one here, man. So MLB officially, Rob Manfred canceled the first 2 series of the season. They met for like 16 hours or something. They've been having long meetings the last couple of days. Yeah. They set a deadline. They extended the deadline, and then the word came out that said it was unanimously. And that was the worst part. When I got the alert, it said MLB Players Union unanimously. I was like, oh, good. Rejects. And I'm like, oh, bad.
What a roller coaster.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I was like, they got me, So
fuck your life. Bing bong.
That's what they did to me. And I was just like, okay, this ain't gonna work, man. But yeah, that's the big news today. But let's take it back one day here. Let's go back to yesterday. I know Jeter.
The most boring story from the most boring athlete of all time.
Okay. All right. Look, I agree. Look, bro, you've been hating on everybody. So when things happen, you're usually right because you've been hating on them. You know what I'm saying? The only people you don't hate on is the Heat for some reason, which it's been.
But apparently I do. So who knows?
No. You do. But anyway, let me put my hat on here because
what
something. This is my other hat. Oh,
no.
Yeah.
The views of Edwin Garcia do not reflect those of everyone
else.
No,
they definitely reflect. guys. Okay, I've reached out to a couple of my big baseball fans that I talk to and have some conversations with, and I know that we're on the same page. And look, him leaving, him doing this move with a year left on his contract, just reeks of shit. Like it reeks of weird shit for a guy who has never even stepped in shit. To frame it in a certain way, this guy has never stepped in shit. Like he's never done anything that makes him look bad. You know what I'm saying? He has gift baskets, the whole thing. This dude was the closest thing to Bruce Wayne living in Gotham. You know what I'm saying? During his whole tenure in Major League Baseball. He might still be the most famous baseball player, and he hasn't even played in I don't know how many years. Like there's so much with Jeter here that this just doesn't scream Jeter. Like there's something weird about this whole situation.
You know how you step in shit? You step out of your house into something you've never done before. He's been locked up in his little bubble of New York, and he stepped out of the house, and there was a big pile of shit waiting for him, and we all knew that he was going to face plant into it.
I get that, and I agree. But again, it's to use an official Lemon City term here that was coined by the great Achilles, #Doom and Gloom Carminati. It's shocking to me. Okay, just shocking to me.
It's the least shocking thing that's ever happened.
No. To me, I'm looking at it the other way around. I just can't
because you're in love with Jeter, and I don't give a shit about him.
I get
the writing was on the wall, man.
No. Look.
As soon as they overpaid for the Marlins and an actual good what's it called offer was made by another group that wasn't sold. That's it. The writing was on the wall, man.
Never had money.
Look, I get it. Look, and I really look. I know that I'm a Jeter fan. I just bought the shoes. I was very excited. I was very excited about this move here. I'll admit, but I'm really being like 100% objective here, and I'm separating my emotions here, and I'm looking at this as a baseball fan because this to me is gotta. I feel like people are just glossing over it. And I feel like there's some fucking smoking gun somewhere here. And I don't know which way. I don't know.
But what could it be?
Because, okay, they
don't have money.
To clarify, hold on. Dude. To clarify the what came out yesterday and his statement was that he got into a point where his vision is not what he was originally brought on to do.
Except, he's an owner, and they specifically brought him in because their visions match. Get the fuck out
exactly.
of here.
Well, that apparently at this point it doesn't match. Okay. And then there was a report yesterday that there was a disagreement over money being spent, and something along the lines of $10 to $15 million. Which that to me, I don't buy it. I don't buy it.
If it's true, how did he not know that they weren't going to spend money? Is he an idiot? That's the only answer.
No. It's like, okay, again, I'm trying to separate my emotions here.
Nope,
I want you to separate.
I'm saying if I'm the CEO and I am a part owner of that business, I obviously have a behind the scenes look at what is for real. You can be in public and you have your public, spiel. Oh, we're going to do this and that. But for him to be like, oh, they have a disagreement. We're not spending enough money.
Okay, and that's what I'm saying. Look,
I don't have money to begin with, bro.
I don't buy the money excuse. I don't buy the money excuse at all. And
should we send this guy to our OnlyFans page or?
Oh yeah.
We have some pictures of the three of us together.
If we'll send you pictures,
it's $5.99 a month, but
make a donation to our PayPal or to our Cash App. Cash App $sign Lemon City Live or PayPal Lemon City Live, and we'll hook you up with pictures. Whatever pictures you want, depending on the money here. But thanks for the comment, Manny. Anyway, look, man, this ownership group, Sherman, him, and the other people involved, they came in and it wasn't like, hey, we're going to remember Loria and these people. That's a whole nother psychology and a whole nother method of doing business. That was the group. That was the regime before. These guys collectively got together and said, hey, we're going to do something here. And at some point, we're all on the same page here, and they had an idea that they were going to do this. And credit to him, he rebuilt. He did some stuff. He took all the fun out of the stadium.
No,
he made some things.
Do it? I don't believe that Jeter had anything to do with actually fixing like the farm system or anything. Like it was his ideas, and I guarantee he's just a face, bro.
Look, yes,
that's why
he's not.
I don't care about him. He's a face. Anyone who's like trying to tell me that he actually did things is full of shit. I'm sorry.
I don't know. I'm not as man, you are mad.
Because he's a waste of time. We're wasting literal precious time. Like our lives have a finite amount of time, and we're literally wasting it talking about this boring loser, bro.
Bro. Vicious, man. It's hard to get to say something with the kind of venom you got here. You're spitting it today. I appreciate it though. I love it. But again, look, man, they come into this with a strategy, a game plan, and somewhere along the line there's been some friction, and now these people are, not agreeing enough that that this guy's willing to put everything out and say, hey, I'm not doing this anymore, and come out, because right now Jeter looks like a quitter, which is something we've never associated Jeter with. You know what I'm saying?
When has he ever when has he never had it easy? He's been on the best teams maybe in the history of baseball. Stop.
No, bro. The guy, look, bro, when he got
there,
never had
adversity, bro.
Bro, when the guy got there was another shortstop in there, and he came in because that guy got injured, and he held it down, and he earned that spot, and he captained that team, and he did a lot of stuff there. That team, remember, that was a core.
You're acting like he pulled like the Tampa Bay Rays from the bottom of the league to the top.
Hold on. The Yankees prior to 95, when he arrived there, hadn't done anything since the late 70s, okay? Hadn't done anything since the late 70s.
When he got there, wasn't Steinbrenner money when he got there?
There was Steinbrenner, but there was Steinbrenner money way before he got there, and they were nothing. They weren't a good team. They weren't properly run. Steinbrenner, just because he has money, was a fucking fool with it and didn't know what to do. He got there, and him, Posada, Pettit, Bernie Williams, their core four, those guys, they weren't guys that they bought in and that they built in. Once they had their core, then they added those guys later on to keep the core four together. That's a whole nother story. But what I'm saying is, Jeter, I'm going to give credit to Jeter. He did a great job, and he made a career for himself in New York. I'm not going to take that away. But what bothers me is that he comes here, and now this is a stain. This is a quitter. This is something that we don't associate with this guy. And I don't buy the excuse that it was a dispute over some money, because one, you went in this together with these people. You knew what you guys were going to do. You knew how your game plan was. And if it's not coming together, you can't be expecting to be the Yankees. I don't think Jeter's that dumb to think that the Marlins at any point were going to be the Yankees and we're going to spend a bunch of money. Like, everything here screams to me like something totally different, whether there was, I don't want to say it, a scandal of some type. We've had it locally happen with a local president of a major university here, which abruptly quit. And then all of a sudden, everything came out a couple days later that there was a lot more involved to this than it was just, change of heart. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but this feels like there's more of that than it is, they didn't want to spend an extra $10 million, so I'm going to dip. Like, I can't picture Jeter, who's made like what, $200-300 million in his career, to all of a sudden be in this for a cash grab, and then to ruin his and to ruin his reputation, be labeled as a quitter, and then like again, had he stuck it out the rest of the season, and then at the end said, "Hey, look, we didn't re-sign him. I didn't want to extend my contract. We mutually agreed to part ways." Everybody would have looked at this completely different. They would have said, "Hey, look, you know what? And he was here 5 years. He wanted to win more, but you know what? He built
incorrect.
They're gonna
because he was literally also supposed to be here for 5 years, and he quit ahead of time because it's such a bad job. The whole plan was just to steal money from the team for 5 years and leave.
I can't. I don't buy that he was here to steal money. I can't. That guy for that to be
it's literally what happened.
I don't buy that. That's. I'm telling you.
It's just happenstance that his contract and salary match up exactly with the money that he put into the team.
Look,
stop, dude. Stop.
Hey, trust me.
It's a great hedge. It's a great hedge.
Yeah. All of a sudden, when there's actual conspiracy material, your tin hat falls off because you're in love with their team.
No. Look, I'll give you all the credit in the fact that listen, I am a firm believer that it's usually the most obvious thing and it's right in front of you. You know, it's usually the simplest of things. It's never that complicated, and it's probably what's right in front of you. And I know that right in front of me is exactly what you're saying. He came in here for a cash grab. He did it. He hedged himself, perfect hedge, like Gus was saying, and he bounced and he flexed. But this one, as a baseball fan here, before even being a Jeter fan or anything like that, as a baseball fan, this just doesn't smell right. So and I just want to wait it out and see if something else develops.
There's a lot of people like you that the mystique of Derek Jeter, that because he was good at baseball would make him good at another job.
No.
He's out of his wheelhouse.
I didn't say he was going to be good at another job. I didn't say he was going to be good at this job.
He's not going to quit. He's going to change the culture and blah, blah. No,
Look. I didn't say he was going to be good at this job. I just didn't think he would quit the job. That's all. Like Michael Jordan, horrible owner when he was with the Wizards and all that stuff. I'm just saying
he's not a quitter and he's a Yankee. And
why?
Hey, you don't gotta patronize me here and I'm not doing any of that stuff, bro. I'm just saying the guy. I'm sorry that I give credit to a guy who played 20 years in his career and played a certain way and showed me how to do things a certain way, bro.
Jeter,
I don't know why you hate Jeter so much. I was expecting this kind of venom from Gus because he hates the Yankees. But
I'm just sick of fucking him and fucking Brady and fucking MJ.
Oh my God.
Done, bro. Who cares? Enough.
Gus, give us something here because we're not going anywhere here. What do you got, Gus? What do you think here?
Jeter's out of his wheelhouse. The fact that he's quitting on this job right now, it has nothing to do with how he played as a Yankee. Like I kind of agree with Achilles that aside from the beginning of Jeter's career, the rest of it, he never really had to face adversity. He was on the greatest team for a long time.
Right.
Yes, he was. No. Besides the beginning of his career, was he or was he not on the greatest team?
And then in the beginning of his career,
you can't even tell me. Okay, tell me when. Tell me what year he was no longer that and that it was the greatest team, because you can't even name that stuff because you guys don't even understand baseball to that complexity that you're just writing it off like after that. What year? What year? Give me what year.
You said before 95 the Yankees sucked.
Yes.
And then after that they became what they were.
Because they built him in, and when did they win their first championship after that?
98.
No, see, they won it in 96, 97, and 96, 98, and 99. They won 3. They won 3 out of 4. They built a core around those 4 guys, and they built something, and they carried it over. It's just like the Warriors when they had Klay Thompson,
the fact that I'm not an encyclopedia of Yankees championships,
I know,
doesn't mean that I didn't watch the Yankees.
No, but you obviously did it because you're whitewashing. You're just glossing over everything, and you're making that same assumption that everybody makes. It's like, oh, they bought everybody. No, they didn't. They did it. They actually did it the right way. You just said it like, oh, it was easy. You worked hard at the beginning, and then it was easy.
I never said that they bought everybody.
You said it was easy. Show. You said it was easy. Well,
I never even said that it was easy. I said he was part of the greatest team.
The greatest team. It was easy. It was hard when he started because they were starting, and then afterwards it was easy because he was on the greatest team. That's what you said. And I'm telling you, it was hard with the guys.
It was a bunch of young guys. But
there's
eventually
no
he became the
emotion.
greatest
There's
team.
no emotion attached to this. None at all.
No. When people
None
get
at all.
baseball facts wrong and stuff like that, that's when I'll become emotional. When I'm talking about like
What
what
did I
this
get
Jeter
wrong?
thing is wrong.
What
No,
fact?
it's just that it's the same dated argument. It's like, oh no, the Yankees were good. And look, I'm not even like a real Yankee fan. I just appreciate good baseball and what those guys did. I'm not going to downplay it by saying because of my hatred to New York.
They won.
No,
they won.
They were
That's not-
good, but they lost a bunch too, and they had a really good run over a small amount of time. Good for them. I'm not gonna downplay it. No, they earned that. I'm not gonna say it was easy for Jeter or easy for any of those guys.
It's about using all that, and somehow that makes all those people good at everything else other than baseball.
Again, no, I'm not saying that those people are good at that. Like
fine,
I said,
not
Michael
you,
Jordan
but
was great.
That's
I'm not
fine.
talking
Maybe
about
it's
those
not
other
you.
people. I'm trying to have a conversation with you guys. Like I said, Michael Jordan was a great basketball player. He's a shitty owner. He's getting better now because he's made so many mistakes. He's learning some stuff.
But I
Jeter's at the beginning of this climb.
I guarantee you, when he first took over and was like, "Oh, well, he's the greatest player of all time, so he's going to be good at it." I'm not saying you. I'm just saying it's the same dumb thing that happens every single time when a great player does something other than play. And 99% of the time, they fail at it. And it's annoying and boring and not surprising.
You know when's the exception?
Squad.
I could give you a really good exception, though. Only guy.
I said
Larry
99%.
Bird, baby. Gus knows what's up. Gus knows what's up. Larry Bird.
John Lynch. John Lynch has been awesome for San Francisco. Awesome.
Yeah, he's been good. He's been good. But, hey, Larry Bird, MVP, Coach of the Year, and Executive of the Year. That's
exactly
unheard of, bro. That guy's a G.
Larry Legend is the exception to the rule.
I know.
Because all the other ones are bullshit at it. And every time they hire one of these guys, it's the same reasoning. Like, oh, they were great champions and they have work ethic and blah, blah, blah. And I'm sick of it.
I get you 100% on that feeling. 100% on that feeling. I'm just saying, me personally, I was looking at it slightly different, and I'm very, very I'm very taken away that this guy would put himself in this position. We'll see if something happens, but maybe nothing. Maybe this is it.
No, I feel like this is like when Dan Marino was hired as the president of football operations or whatever he was, the general manager, and he quit the next day because he was like, "Oh fuck, this is not what I'm good at."
If Michael Jordan,
there's nothing wrong with that.
If Michael Jordan only owned 4% of the Bobcats, he would have quit that middle of that first season. But he couldn't because he had a lot of actual money involved. He wasn't a minority owner.
Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see what's going on now. We'll see what's happening as far as, what his next move, what MLB's next move is. I don't know. We'll find out. If he doesn't go into anything else,
Until there's
ownership,
a season, we'll never know.
Well, if MLB sorts it all out and we get a season going on here and he doesn't take any other job and that's it, he rides off into the sunset, then for sure, then that was definitely a money grab, and it was
if I was a betting man, he was like, this is not worth it. I'm done with this.
I just feel like, man, you should have done it earlier. Like, you could have done it in the middle of a pandemic. You had all the excuses. Like, look, bro, they brought me in here to make money. We can't even sell tickets because there's nobody here.
He's a great baseball player. Maybe he's not a smart business person.
If he was a smart business person, they would have put out those Jordan brand Marlins uniforms, like I said at the very beginning, which they never did.
But they can't, Gus. They can't.
Yes, they can.
They have a contract already with Nike. They're not going to put that.
No, just
Nike.
sell it.
First of all, Nike and Jordan are fucking twin.
Yeah, but they're too. Yeah, but no, Nike has a contract. They're not going to do any of that.
You just sell it to fans. You don't actually have to put it on the field. I guarantee.
Exactly.
All right. Fine. That's different. But we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Jonathan, welcome. Thanks. I know you got here late, man. You missed a nice little heated debate here. I'm actually curious, Jonathan. You can go back and listen to it afterwards. But if you can let us know in the chat, are you blaming Jeter, or are you blaming, or you think like Gus and Achilles here, like this is no surprise, he was just in it for a money grab? Curious to hear what you think. But all right. Anyway, we'll see. Baseball, Jeter. I think it's good timing. I think it's good timing for Jeter, like to get all that attention away with all the news today that broke with
He knew. He knew something, bro.
Everybody knows something. But
it was almost like quitting on a Friday.
Yeah.
Again,
Friday at 6. Oh, I'm out of here, bro.
All right, so let's talk about let's switch gears here. Let's go into a little basketball. So I talked about it during our opening here. A certain somebody that I like, that I listen to, I've been a fan of for a while. My boy, I know you guys hate him, and here goes Achilles already. Achilles already rolling his eyes so hard right now. And it's about here we go, round 2 here. I don't have the bell sound. Where's the but it's coming. Just more of that stuff. Anyway, my boy Colin Cowherd, who I've been a fan of for a long time. Now, I've told you guys plenty of times, I like his takes. I like his opinions on some stuff. I've always liked that he's always, at least for me, when I listen, I feel like he's being honest when he messes up. He admits it. But he said something. I was listening to his show. This was yesterday, and bro, a couple of things came to mind. He started talking. He's become super Laker guy because he's out in LA now. So he's always talking about the Lakers. And again, I get it. It moves the needle.
But so is he. Yeah, it's annoying. So does ESPN.
ESPN, FS1, Fox Sports, whatever it is. They're all talking about the Lakers, even though the Lakers are just a trash ass team right now. But he's like, oh, well, LeBron, he has opportunities. Like, what are the Lakers going to do? Are they going to get rid of him? How are they going to? Because right now the season's a waste and everything. And he started thinking of like, what would be a good place to move LeBron? Like, where would he fit? Because he's such a ball dominant player, but he's a distributor. You got to find the right mix. And he suggested out of all teams, he gave reasons why certain teams wouldn't work. Right. And then he got into it and said, all right, the team that I think would work would be the Heat. And on that front, during the segment, I was like, okay, I could see why LeBron would fit in our scheme here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's a no-brainer. That's an easy one. You know what I mean? He would be the alpha. I mean, as much as we love Jimmy and Bam and everything, they're not the big dominant personalities that would be like, nah. You know what I mean? If LeBron came here and got along with Wade, that makes sense. You know what I mean? But then he started showing that he has no idea who's on this Miami Heat team. Like, he has no idea what's happening, who's on here. He's just like, oh, I'll just figure it out as I go. He mailed it in so dirty, and I was just like, whatever, bro. Get out of here.
Yeah, like, after his trade, I think the starting lineup would be like Gabe Vincent, Jimmy Butler.
Well, to be fair,
him, Omer Yurtseven, and Bam. And then, Kyle Guy on the bench, and that's it. Because everyone else has been traded.
Well, according to the deal he proposed, and first, I want to dissect this in 2 parts here. I want to talk about the deal in general first, and then I want to talk about his whole lack of, being unaware of what the Heat are, because he was downplaying Kyle Lowry, who's been a godsend to this team, who's been a great addition. If you're in Miami, you know that he's been phenomenal and exactly what we've needed for the past few years that we've been lacking. A true point guard, somebody who gets everybody involved. We haven't had a full starting lineup for more than 5 games, I think, or some ridiculous number all season, and yet we're here 20 games over 500.
Two games in first. We're
8-2 against the top teams in the East. Also, the last 5 times that we've had this record or better.
I have. You want to hit the spicy sports nuggies? Because I have both of these stats.
Okay, hold on. Let me get the spicy sports nugget here. Ready? And there it is.
Spicy sports nugget.
Give it to us.
First one. The Heat are 10-4 against the top 8 teams in the NBA and 6-2 against the top 4 teams in the East. That's nugget number 1.
Okay, so I had that wrong.
Number 2 coming up.
Spicy sports nugget.
The Heat are 41-21. The last 5 Heat teams to be 41-21 or better are 2005-06, won NBA title. 2010-11, made the finals. 11-12, won a title. 12-13, won a title. 13-14, NBA finals. Come on. But we need to make a big trade because this team can't win a championship, guys.
Exactly. And again, Colin is just trying to create content for the Laker fans out there in LA where he's broadcasting to, and he's trying to, get some attention and get that conversation going because it moves the needle. I get that. But the trade he suggested, Gus, I don't know if you got a chance to listen to the bit or to segment. The trade he suggested was LeBron James for Kyle Lowry, Achilles' favorite, Duncan Robinson, Tyler Hero, and then some first-round picks. He said something like 2 to 3 first-round picks, which for the Heat are like, I mean, I don't even know when we have a first-round pick again.
I don't think we're legally allowed to trade any first-round picks. Right now.
I don't even think we're able to.
By the rules of the NBA, I think we're literally not allowed to trade first-round picks.
So, but in general here, now Achilles, and this is where I wanted to talk to you because Achilles, I know you've been hating on Duncan Robinson for as long as maybe Duncan Robinson has been on this team. And I think you've for the most part, I think it's definitely much more hate than like, oh, he's doing well. It's definitely been very one-sided to disliking him. Now, This trade would get you LeBron. You'd get rid of Duncan, but then you'd have to sacrifice an aging Kyle Lowry because I was shocked to find out this is his 16th season.
Yeah, he's old. Like when he came here, my problem was that he was so old and injury prone.
Yeah.
Not that he wasn't a good fit for the team. I was worried he wasn't going to play, and the only reason the guy hasn't played is for personal reasons. He's been the most healthy guy on the whole team. Him and Duncan.
Absolutely. Now, I was shocked to find out that it was season 16 for him. I was like, wait, he was drafted 6-4. Whoa. When I did the math, just blew my mind. I had no idea. Again, Kyle Lowry, though, I was in the same boat as Achilles. I was scared that, the injuries and that we were going to give up too much to get him. But then we got him for a relatively nothing. I think it was Gogi and, a couple players, whatever. It was a deal that worked out just fine for us.
Yeah, for sure.
Now, the other guy here is Tyler Hero, who I'm not going to lie. A year ago, I was saying, hey, well, trade him for James Harden. Trade him for give me something, And Achilles, to be fair, you weren't too high on him either because he was having, we was riding off the high of his rookie season when he went to the finals, but then his sophomore season was,
sophomore slump, man. It's real.
Sophomore slump. Yeah,
it is what it is.
Very good.
That's why I wasn't about getting rid of him. And again, if it was just James Harden and only Tyler Hero, of course, fine. But that's the false equivalency with this whole the Heat wouldn't get rid of Tyler Hero for James Harden. No, they would absolutely, except it had to be the whole roster. Just the same thing with this move. You know what I mean?
Well, and that's what I want to know. So here we are, Tyler Hero on the verge, on his way to winning Sixth Man of the Year this season. He's been phenomenal. Just every time I get the alerts that, the Heat win or something, it's like Tyler Hero is always on the stat line, 20-something points, all this stuff. He's been balling out, lights out, crazy good. Now, thinking about it, Achilles, I'm kind of curious here because Duncan Robinson, you don't like. Tyler Hero has a lot of value right now. We don't know what his ceiling is. And Kyle Lowry, there is that age thing here. Could we, would that deal make sense for a guy like LeBron who would instantly, LeBron is as old as he is. He's still, top 5 guy in the league.
I'm not saying he's not great, but he's a lot older and he's hurt all the time. So you're going to give up probably 50-something points, double-digit assists, rebounds, flow, depth for that?
Well, it'd be Bam, Jimmy, and LeBron in an East. It
doesn't matter.
That we're already on top of. Again, I'm not saying I'm not going for
all 3 of those guys are injury prone this year. So you're just going to have 3 injured guys and a bunch of randos. That's not a championship team.
I'll say this much. Basketball, sports, it's like fantasy sports as well. It's a stock market. You buy low, sell high. You can't. I'm just saying. Sometimes you can't sit there and say, "Oh, he's gonna be better." Like, "Oh, this is an injury prone." Is this? Like, if you got a chance to make your team better, because
the Nets had a chance to make their team better, and they got 3 guys that are hurt all the time, and look what happened.
Okay, but I'm just playing hypothetical here, just to create the conversation. The trade deadline's gone, so it's not like it's gonna happen this season. But if we were in a point here where we could get a trade done before this, in this season, as is right now, would you sacrifice Lowry, Hero, and that for
3 first-round picks? Absolutely not.
Well, whatever those picks are for LeBron right now and a chance to win another chip right now, because I'm telling you, I'm a little more torn.
As is.
I know. I like this team as is, but it's just
like if you're 5th in the East, fine. We got to do something. This team isn't good enough.
I get you.
That's not the fact.
I get you. I get you. But man, there's just. I think
you're
there's
just
something
a star
about
flugger, dude. That's it.
Oh, for sure, 100%.
That's the only reason, because it doesn't make sense basketball-wise.
No, I don't know, Gus. You seem like you're kind of leaning on it, Gus. What are you thinking here?
No, not at all. This is a Miami Heat core that has already been to the finals. That probably would have won that finals had they been healthy.
Yeah.
So why would you break that up? While you're in first place by multiple games, while you're that stat that you read earlier about when you're 20 games above 500 or whatever it is, you always go to the finals. Why would you ruin that? Why would you break apart the squad that is doing that?
Yeah.
And bring in somebody who is gonna take control of the team away from the guys who control it now.
he doesn't work in Miami. We already saw that. You think all of a sudden he's just going to listen to Pat and Spo after he's accrued more power and become even more powerful of a figure, bro?
Like, I get you, but I feel like, hey, he made amends with Dan Gilbert and went back to Cleveland. I don't think it would be that hard to make amends with Pat Riley and come back to the Heat.
He didn't make
amends. But would Pat make amends with him? Would Pat
well, that's the thing. Pat has been on the record and saying, hey, the key is still under the mat. He said that not that long ago. He said the key is still under the mat when you want to come back. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, when he wants to come back.
And again,
in free agency.
And
exactly.
LeBron, you know, if there's anybody who's bigger star fucker than me, it's Pat Riley. Okay, that guy is all about the star fuckery. You know what I'm saying? So
not these last couple of years.
He's been more toned down, but he's always antsy to pull that trigger. But anyway, all right. So we're all on the same page. I don't think I would do the trade either. I think there's
Ellisberg would never allow it to happen.
That's a good point. That's a good point. That's a great point.
Control all delete all day.
But now going back to Colin's segment and listening to it, man, it's just so weird how this team is a first place team. We're having one of our best seasons, and nobody knows shit about this team, bro.
Mm-hmm.
If we were to make it to the finals and win the finals, right? Because we're decent enough squad. Why not? You know, first in the East. You rattled off the record here of our record against the top teams. Why not? Right? There is a very good likelihood here that we could win a championship this season, and then that would, guess what? That would make us the second team after the Detroit Pistons to win a championship and not have a top NBA 75 player on that roster.
Good.
How about that?
The team that made me fall in love with basketball was that Pistons team.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't just a bunch of stars dicking around. That was a team, bro. And that's what I love about the Heat.
That's some shit, man. I mean, woof. That got me thinking, man. That got me kind of feeling all warm and fuzzy inside. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was like, ooh, this would be that kind of grimy team here, you know, just going in there doing stuff. We'll see. I don't know. We got the most home games still left in the second half of the season. Things still looking up, and we're a battle tested. You know, I feel like we can definitely make a playoff run. Why not? We've seen it.
And took a dump on the Bulls yesterday. And stupid DeMar DeRozan. Oh, look at me. I'm Will Chamberlain scoring 35 every game. Got handcuffed by Bam and scored like 15. Get that stupid Bulls team out of my face, dude.
I agree. I think the Bulls definitely overachieving, super overachieving.
Great.
You know,
listen,
but great
they're
for them.
and they're gonna be good going forward, and that's good for the league. But stop it this year.
Yeah,
they're not that good, and DeMar is not an MVP. Stop. Enough.
Okay, that was my next question. You think he's up because they've been saying, you know, the MVP caliber stats that he's been putting up, and I like DeMar DeRozan. I like him.
He's fine. He's offensive Jimmy. You know what I mean?
Okay. I can see that. I dig that. All right. Cool. All right.
So who gets MVP then? Steph?
We got
Embiid,
Jokic.
Embiid.
Yeah, it's kind of
because the Warriors kind of fallen off recently. They haven't been as good as they were at the beginning of the year.
Although I'll say this, prior to me naming John Morant my juiciest guy of the weekend, I was going to go with that sequence of shots that Steph did before the game. That has got to be like the best basketball porn I've seen in a long time, bro. Just that little routine he did before the game, just starting it from like the free throw line, working it back to midcourt. And to me, the hardest shot out of all of them was the last one where he throws it up like 60 feet in the air. That little running layup that he does, bro. So gross. Like, that's cheat code stuff.
It's like he's got a honing device or some shit.
Yeah,
how the fuck,
grief,
bro?
Man. Oh,
what the fuck?
You know they have that one robot that's like it shoots baskets, but it's just like a slingshot.
Yeah,
he's from the future. He's that robot from the future.
Dennis, and Steph here, you know, keeping secrets from us. Unbelievable. All right, so Heat. We'll keep tabs on him. We'll see what's going on. Oh, you had
Steph is a time traveling bicentennial man, is what you're saying.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Crazy.
Him and Dennis. Dennis is what's more than bicentennial? Because
he's the liquid Terminator.
The T-1000.
Oh. He's the T-1000, and then that robot that just can shoot now is
Arnold.
Is Schwarzenegger. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
I like that.
That makes sense. That's a good analogy there. I like.
Have you seen this boy?
And all right, you know what? We don't need a LeBron. We got a Victor Oladipo coming back. How about that? Huh?
Ooh,
Are we
yeah.
excited about that? Or are we going to give up? Wait.
So
Yeah.
what I said, who are you going to take minutes away from right now to give them to a guy who hasn't played basketball in 2 years?
Oh, I know who you're going to take it away from, and I'll probably agree with you, Duncan Robinson.
No, I'd rather have Duncan Robinson out there, bro.
All right. Well, the good thing is I trust our top 15 coach of all time here in Eric Spoelstra to make.
But I'm just saying, like everyone's so hyped about it, and I'm just like, it's a nice extra piece to have, but we don't. Miss a whole year because you're not going to take minutes away from Gabe Vincent. Yeah. You're not going to take away minutes from Caleb Martin. Maybe a couple from Max Strus, but he gets hot all the time. Yep. You know, there's not a lot, and especially in the playoffs where Spo doesn't go past 8 or 9 guys.
That's true. We'll see.
No, it's a net. Like I said, everyone's been hurt this season, so it's nice to have even more depth. And he seems like a really good teammate, and I'm happy that he's healthy. But it's not moving the needle for me, bro. Like if he can help, great. If he can't, okay.
Nice. All right. Well, with that, let's transition to our other top of the conference leading team that we have here in South Florida, but that is a bit of a rut here, you know.
Baby, take me out the game.
You know, the Florida Ice Catz here. What's going on, bro? I blame my coworker Abel.
What's going on? I'm pretty sure I
hold on.
explained it very.
I'm putting it on the record. I'm putting it on the record here. This is all Abel Folgar's fault. Okay, my coworker. He even said it. He's like, dude. We started talking. We never talk hockey. He's like, hey, these Ice Catz are pretty good, bro. And I was like,
thanks a lot, dude.
And he starts talking about it, and then we're like, yeah, bro. And I was explaining to him. He's like, oh, I'm gonna watch. And then he texts me that first game of the losing streak here. You know, and he's like, bro, I think I gave him the kiss of death. And it's been nothing but doom and gloom since. And I'm like, bro, stop watching this team and erase him from everything because it's all his fault. So
I got yelled at again last week, and I put it bullet point by bullet point what the weaknesses of the team are, and that Bob was showing signs of cracking again. And look what happened. I don't want to be right. But I was fucking right again. And you were yelling at me that I'm a bad fan and doom and gloom and blah, blah, blah. And then it happens. And
these are all your points that you get for your correctness. All right. There you go. All right. What's
man? And you know what's the worst part? Their last 3 losses are all at home, man.
Exactly.
Yeah. We went from that beautiful record there. Somebody's laundry's up, by the way. I don't know who that was. Okay. Yeah, 3 home losses in a row here. How many more games do they have at home? I think they were on a homestand, but was it 3 or more? I feel like they haven't played in like a week though. Hold on. I feel like it's been forever. You guys talk. I'll look. I'm not ready for this.
Their next 2 games are at home.
Okay. All right.
That's the danger of being an offensive team. Sometimes it just doesn't go in.
All right. When's their next game though?
Thursday, I think.
Not even. They've scored in their last 3 games that they lost at home. They've scored at least 3 goals in all games.
I know, but they usually have to score 6 to overcome with bad keeping because they don't play defense. They just don't. Exactly. And even and like I said, we know that they push up and they're going to get caught out. But even when they're playing back and you watch the game, you can tell the difference between the other team that's good at defense and then them. They never block any shots. They're always all over the place. Like they're just not a good defensive team, and that's fine. But you need your keeper to pick up the slack. And Bob is doing Bob things, and Spencer Knight is having his sophomore slump. So it's just a shitty situation right now.
I need a 3rd-year Spencer Knight and a Columbus Blue Jacket Bobrovsky here, bro. Is that too much to ask for? You know, can we just get that? Win this chip, you know, and that's it. All right.
And that's the thing. And Bob is not. We don't have. What was the guy's name last year? The other backup.
Oh, Ryan.
Drieger. So. Bob, when he was having some bad games, you can give the guy a rest. Maybe he's tired, and we don't have that year because Spencer's been a nightmare and hasn't been to play in the minor leagues. And then there's no backup, so it's just Bob out there getting exhausted and getting peppered with shots. Like I said, it's not that I don't like Bob, but he has his problems.
Arms are weak.
Don't sing that song around me. That's the Tony Robinson of fucking songs. It's so bad. It's a fucking terrible motivational speech set to a boring rap beat.
Oh man! All right.
He's about to lose himself.
Yeah, I know, right? God.
In the moment.
Just craving spaghetti, man. That's all I'm saying.
Maybe that's what he needs. He needs to start carbo loading before the games. He's running out of energy.
No, he keeps throwing up.
There you go. All right, enough. Next Ice Catz game. What do you got there, Gus? When's the next game?
Oh, it's Thursday.
Yeah.
They haven't played since when? I feel like they've been off for like a week and a half.
Saturday.
So damn, from Saturday to Thursday? That's a nice break.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good. Maybe that'll
That's
get
what they need, yeah.
old Bob re-energized because Mamma Mia.
Yeah.
What's
Again,
going on?
not all his fault.
They have Disney on Ice or something going on at BB&T?
Well, I mean, his motherland is going through a war right now, invading another country. So I'm
man.
sure he's got some extra pressures on him too. Anyway, so who are they playing on Thursday though?
Senators.
Yeah, Senators.
Oh, it's the Star Wars night. Yeah.
That's right.
Ooh.
Ottawa. The Ottawa Senators. I think that's how you say it. I feel like that's how you say it.
I have no idea.
Does anybody say it like that? I don't know. I'm just
I have
making
no idea.
Ottawa, bro. Ottawa.
Ottawa. I like they got some nice sweaters. Have you I was gonna ask you this last time we were talking about the Panthers. What's your favorite sweater that's non-Panthers in hockey?
Oh, I don't know.
Any that catches your eye that you're like, man, those always look nice. No?
I don't know. Knights.
You like the Knights one? Really? I got like the Knights.
I'm Vinny Vegas. I'm Vinny Vegas, so I
That's
just
true.
went with that one.
That's a good
I like the Coyotes because they have that really ugly 90s
I
logo.
love that.
Yeah,
Fantastic.
that was nice. That
It's
was
called
nice.
with the burgundy. That's a good look.
Yeah, it's called
Mhm.
Kachina, I think it is.
Oh, like whatever that is.
Cochina.
Yeah. Kachina. I may be
Oh.
pronouncing it wrong, but it's spelled like Kachina. Maybe
That's La Sucia's.
Cochina, that's her nickname. That's
Yeah.
her nickname is Cochina.
Kachina.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a good one, dude. I would definitely. I have scoured eBay for one of those jerseys because that would look real nice. I could definitely rock. That's the one we saw. Gus and I saw Lamar Jackson sporting when we ran into him. That was really nice. All right. Let's wind down here. We got a couple more minutes and a couple little more things to talk about here. Inter Miami kicked off their season.
Woo!
How about that, huh?
You got me that time. You got me.
Got you, huh? Yeah. Oh, there you go. I don't have a spicy sports nugget. I was just gonna play that before I said Inter Miami. Drew 0-0. Well, spicy sports nugget. They finally embraced the pink. I gotta admit, looks good on TV.
Looks good in
pink
person.
Looks good in person. You've seen it in person already? Oh,
Yeah,
that's right. You were at the
I
game.
went to the game. Yeah.
Achilles was at the game. How did you end up there?
I was just sitting here, and my brother hit me up. He's like, "Hey, you want to go to the game?" I was like, "Okay, sure."
He had an extra ticket?
No, like he literally just like, "Hey, I saw that Inter's playing at home today. Do you want to go?" Yeah, and we just bought tickets and went.
So there were still tickets available when you got?
Yeah.
Wow, nice.
Like the crowd, it's not a sellout, but they get like 90% plus capacity for sure.
Sweet. Okay, I didn't know because somebody was asking me like, "Hey, man, you know anybody that they're selling tickets?" Because they're all out, and I was like, "Bro, I didn't think it was a sellout, but okay, cool." All right, so you ended up there. Give us the rundown here. How was it? What was the vibe? First full capacity.
No, like the games I've been to, there's always a solid crowd, and the vibe is always really good.
Yeah, well, remember when the three of us went 2 seasons ago, the inaugural season, and there was like a limited capacity, and we're like, there's nothing limited about this,
Yeah.
Get out of here. But you were there for an official,
Yeah, no, I've been to a couple of games, and every time I've gone, it's always been mostly packed.
Yeah.
And the supporters section always put out such a great vibe that it keeps everyone in the game.
Nice. And what's your takeaway here? Because I was impressed that we were running with a 17-year-old kid at left back.
That was because that was out of necessity.
Okay.
They literally signed him to a first team contract hours before the game.
Hey, homie, hey.
And he was really good, man.
He was
played
good.
Really, really
Very good. The Latucci was flowing. I loved it.
Yep.
Good look for it,
Yeah.
My question is, 17, you're still in high school, right? Like, did he go to class on Monday? Like, how is that like?
It depends. Like I said, I don't know how it is necessarily in the States, but
Maybe
I know
homeschooled.
like everywhere else, like if you go to the Manchester United Academy, they have a school there at the academy, and you live in that little bubble.
We gotta ask.
Yeah.
We got to ask Alex to find out, or somebody, because I need to get to the bottom of this. I need to know if this kid went back to like whatever high school he was playing at, because he's from Pembroke Pines. I don't know what the Pembroke Pines high schools are, but whatever school, I want to know if he went back to class on Monday, because that's got to be the coolest flex ever. Yeah. Like, you roll in through the halls and everybody's
still
like,
wearing his jersey.
Yes.
With the contract
sweaty
stapled to the front of that shit.
Hell yeah, dude. That has got to be the all-time greatest high school flex ever if he was able to, because you don't see that in any other sport, in the States here. We're not used to seeing high school kids playing. It's always after high school that you play. Yeah. This kid is literally 17 years old. Maybe graduated already. I don't know when he's one of those early 17-year-old graduates, but I got to think he's probably still in high school. There's a chance he might still be in class here this week, and goes to practice afterwards. Like, it's a crazy story.
Do you think he laughs at the varsity soccer team from high school?
Clowning them hard, bro.
Yeah, he's like, yeah, you're passing it to Jake. Jake sucks. I passed it to Higuain. What's up? Like, come on, that's gotta be.
Way Higuain was being a little asshole, like he always was, yelling at the kid all the time. Like,
okay, I didn't.
Higuain played so good. But
I thought he played well.
He played really good.
Yeah,
but he's just such an asshole.
Okay.
And such a bad vibe. Everyone else, like DeAndre Yedlin made his debut, and he was out there,
great,
talking to his teammates, cheering. Like when Noah Allen came off the field, he's the only one that was like clapping it up for the young guy.
Okay.
Everyone else was just not even paying. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I was watching. Yeah. I was watching the broadcast, and I wasn't at the game, so I couldn't see those kind of things that you're bringing up. That's a good point. What I did see was DeAndre Yedlin looked like he was the fastest kid on the field.
Oh, he's the fastest man alive.
He had that super bad speed, just fastest kid alive, just running everywhere there. Great. Mm-hmm. If he just stays healthy, he's going to be phenomenal. Higuain looked much more comfortable in this, facilitating midfielder, attacking midfielder role.
But that's the thing. Phil Neville, once again, didn't, have the Kojons to just play a more aggressive system, and had Higuain up front with two people up front. Like, he got to drift, but at the end of the day, he was stuck up front, and the poor old man does not have the wheels or the gas to be getting the ball up there and pushing it by himself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
But I thought
you needed to just play him in the middle, but
I thought he did a good. I thought he played really well.
His passing was sick.
yes, he was on point. Very surprised with how well he played. My fear is if he's gassed now, it's a long season, bro. It's week 1, man. You better ration that mate tea and all that stuff.
You gotta play him further back so he can just stand around and distribute instead of having to be making runs. You know what I mean?
Question: what happened to Gibbs or Giggs?
Well, yeah, he's one of the left backs that's hurt.
Okay, so he's hurt, but he's still on the squad.
Yeah, no, he's still there. Yeah, that's it. It was Gibbs was hurt. Someone else's that was hurt, and then they just said, "Hey, Breck Shea, you're not a starter. You come off the bench." Yeah, and then they're like, cool he's my favorite player on the team. It's not even close. the guy tried. I called it. I was like, "Watch, 75th minute. The show pony is getting out there, and the second the man touches the field, things happen because he just is nuts."
Oh man, I'm telling you, dude.
Show pony is such a great nickname for that.
It is, dude.
Shout out to my guy Gary who invented it.
I want to get a Inter Miami number 20 jersey and just put Show Pony as the name. I'm gonna ask my dude to hook it up. So jerseys look good.
The back three.
The goalie, phenomenal game.
Yeah. The backup goalie, Clement Job. He's been in MLS forever. I think he was with Montreal forever. And
Yep. He was great. I thought, holding a clean sheet, even though you didn't score. Great. A lot of positives in the game.
Like I said, the back three in the first half did not look good. They did not look on the same page. They had huge gaps. And I was like, oh, here we go. Here we go again with the terrible center backs. But in the second half, they were super sharp. Damian Lowe, shout out Damian Lowe, NASL legend, stepping in, had a huge game, especially in the
Jamaican guy, right?
Yeah.
I'll say this. Derek Jeter saved Campana from being my phony of the week because
he was
brutal game.
He couldn't, his feet, like he did not have his feet. He was just like the whole game, like whoa.
He missed that early header.
But that was off the bar. Like,
but again, he had nobody around him. He's a number 9. He's a young guy. He's got the hops. You gotta finish. It doesn't get any more silver platter than that. And he braked it, bro, really bad. And that's not good when it's your first game. You're wearing the number 9. You're being that guy that they brought in. I don't know if he's a DP or not, but he's he came from. Okay, so he came from Ecuador. I don't know what team I know he plays on the Ecuadorian national team. Like this guy's, should be really good. And great way to get started in your MLS.
But he was bad the whole game.
And he shanked that. Then there was another one where Higuain gave a beautiful pass right in the middle.
The Higuain pass was so good that he did not even know the ball was coming at him.
Yeah, and he didn't know what foot to use. He goes, and basically like whiff kick, stumbles when he had all the time just to stop it, compose himself, turn, and pick anywhere in the goal that he wanted to kick it to. It was so bad. Such again, using one of my favorite terms in Lemon City history here, shocking miss. Just a shocking miss.
That's all. That's mental more than anything else.
Yeah,
man,
no,
you know what I mean.
It was bad. It was, and again, maybe the pressures, big crowd, first game, opener, all that stuff.
And the problem is, his backup, the Costa Rican kid, Lassiter, came in and was on fire. He can't finish. But he came out there and was making shit happen, dude.
Hey, that Indiana Vasilev kid is gone, right?
I don't think they kept him.
Okay.
But he was on loan from like West Ham or Aston Villa or something anyway.
All right, cool.
But like I said, the first half, it looked like the same old awful, boring Inter where they just push the ball out wide and then get stuck and it's just two guys passing to each other while they get collapsed on and achieve nothing. And in the second half, they were able to put the ball outside but then work in. And then they actually look like a competent attacking football team, which they have never been in the history of the team. So that second half, like I said, it was an exciting 0-0 draw. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh, and you know who's a phony? That referee. That referee was dog shit.
Really?
Anytime a Fire player was looked at, nothing for Inter, and then he pulled back they called diving on DeAndre Yedlin, and that happened right in front of it. No,
I watched the replay over and over.
I don't care. I was there. I saw it.
You saw it far away from your seat. I watched the slow motion replay on TV.
Everything in slow motion looks like whatever they want.
I don't think it was a continuation foul, but it definitely wasn't a penalty. I'll say that much. He took it. That's good for him. But sometimes
sometimes it may be good, sometimes it may be shit.
About the referee.
Yeah, exactly. So
that guy was the worst.
Anyway. All right. Well, what's Inter's next game here? Because
I think they play Austin on Sunday, I think.
Okay, but they're on the road, right? Yeah. Okay. Miami FC starts their season on the 14th or 15th, I believe, and they got their jersey reveal. So I'm looking forward, man. This is a good time. Beginning of soccer season.
It's the best time of the year. No football. All the other sports.
All the other sports are going here. Mm-hmm. Except for baseball, fucking it up, but. We'll see what happens. Man, I was going to mention something else. Oh, those MLS uniforms, bro. Super nice this season. I got to hand it to them.
They finally got it.
They finally, after years of making these stupid templates and forcing everybody to use it, they said, hey, y'all, get creative. And it feels like every team has some type, well, at least not every team, but every team had an opportunity to put some personality into the uniforms, however they chose. You know what I mean? And
but what I saw is that they're essentially just stealing all the other Adidas jerseys that all the other clubs from around the world have already done.
It's fine.
So they're still using templates, but at least choosing interesting ones.
Yeah, man, give them a lot of options there. I'm all for it, dude. I thought some of them looked really, really nice. I sent you guys that article, man. I was very impressed. Although some teams wearing weird colors was just throwing me off, like NYCFC rocking all orange. I know Portland, they're called the Rose City, so they were rocking some like like red?
Yeah, the floor pattern. It looks cool.
It looked cool, but it was just weird because it's not green. You know what I mean? So there was some head scratchers there, but again, it all worked. They were clever. Some fails, and some were really nice. Montreal, which is a team I like, they're using that weird bloodstain template. I don't like it. That Dexter uniform looked really whack, and I was like, nah, I'll drop the ball here. So you're gonna have some duds, but Seattle picked it up, and it complements that sweet Jimi Hendrix uniform from last season. Now they have this nice green one with the little gradient. It looks good, bro. Their stuff. I gotta hand it, like I've been shitting on Adidas and MLS for a while, but they picked it up this season.
Philly Union, the Union and Seattle lit a fire on everyone's ass last year.
Yeah. And the good thing is the Union still have that nice away kit. They brought out a new home kit, which looks just like every other home kit they've ever had. Nothing too crazy.
Listen,
there.
it's a thing about like history. I was in the meetings when they were like designing it to bring the stripe back, and I'm like, I don't know.
Oh, shout out to Alex joining us here a little late. We're wrapping up here, but Masvidal versus Covington. That's tonight, or that's this weekend. Covington
gives a shit about two MAGA losers punching each other in the face again, bro. Two washed up MAGA losers. Get out of my face.
Yeah, man. I hope they both just beat the crap out of
double
each other.
Knockout. Double knockout in the first second, so everyone can just go home.
Yeah, give me that all day. I'll take it. I'm assuming that's this week, and I have no pulse for UFC right now.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm done. I'm good. You guys got any last complaints? Any last issues, comments, concerns, commentary, anything, Gus? You got anything? You hit me with no on this day.
It's Pete Rozelle's birthday.
It's like an old commissioner of the NFL.
Cool.
And on that note, all right, thanks for watching, everybody. Wow, Gus. All right, solid. No on these days. All right, well. We'll be back next Tuesday. Y'all have a great week. I don't know if that address is still going on. Did the president come off? Is the State of the Union over? Because the State of the Lemon is over.
No, they've been waiting for us to get off the air.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, we'll give the people what they want. All right, guys. Be good. We'll see you next week. Have a great week, everybody. Adios.